What all type of animals to make love? Yeah, correct. Yeah, good. Nice. All right. And one more. And what else? One more. I know you eat real. There you go. But yeah, there's all type of different things that you can make out of anything dealing with albatross. All the way down to dog toys. Like that's why I say I don't throw anything away. They don't care what it is, you can turn it into something dealing with albatross.
What is this?
This
Where we are now, the location?
Yeah, the Black Diamond Ranch. It is far as back. Y'all can see all the way back to the back of that tree line. That tree line, you can't see how far that is, right? But that's a long, I ain't gonna make y'all walk all the way there. I'm gonna keep y'all right here. That's why I went on the 4 wheels or something so I can take y'all back to that side. But it's all the way back there. On the other side of there is the interstate. And over here on this side here is all the way back to the nursing home. And when y'all get on the road and ride, you be like, oh my God, I didn't think it was that far. But it's a walk. And I walk this at least once every day.
Do you do something at this particular location?
Yes, I have my hogs and stuff down here right now. We're clearing. Like I'm telling them, we're getting ready to Auburn and University of Alabama have partnered with us. They're finna help us design. Like where you see this right here, where all this stuff just got cleared at, that's finna ready to be a crawfish pond.
Right there?
Yes, all this here is finna ready to be crawfish. On the other side, I'm finna walk you down where the shoe house is at. There's 2 more crawfish ponds, but it's currently where I got my hogs at. All right, and they're also gonna build 4 cabins out here. Everywhere you see a shoe house, even that one all the way to the back up there, that one over there, all of those will be where they're going to be building a house.
What do you have your students doing? What do they do?
They do. These roads you see built around here, like everything is construction because I'm into farming and into all that. In order to even to get into farming, I still need roads to get to my land, right? So I teach them how to build lands. We're going to teach them how to build ponds. We teach them how to build bridges. We do all of those things because all of that is part of construction.
So
even though this is farming, it's still construction.
Students how to build all that?
Yes, yes, sir.
Along with the training on the heavy equipment?
Yes, because you got to use heavy equipment in order to move this earth.
And you've also partnered with one of the top construction companies in the country that want to hire your kids. Am I correct?
Yes, sir. One of them is Premier. I have also been working with Skilled Trades of West Alabama, who has a multitude of construction people. Also CGI, and who are some of the other ones. And we're also trying to get people like Yates involved.
Okay.
Man, what's up, man? Y'all wasn't coming?
Well, I knew you was. I just didn't know when.
Yeah.
Good look, huh? You ain't from here.
Man, tell you ride horsepower, you don't ride.
All right, y'all. This little part right here, you can't really see it because of the tree line. But for the next 3.5 acres, like this part here is going to be the crawfish pond. But once you cross over this creek part here, is another 4 acres right here, right? Where you'll see a little factory thing here right here. We're going to be building a commercial USDA processor. What that means is I'm gonna be processing anything.
Y'all gonna be building what?
A USDA commercial processor. We're gonna be processing your cows, your porks, your chickens, your duck, quail, all your meats and stuff will get processed here, and we're gonna be selling that back and feeding the community.
Just training the kids how to do it.
Yes, sir. And that right there is a $279 an hour job. That's what you make just doing that. So agriculture is a little bit different game than what you think it is. And it ain't all just about, like I said, get on the back of a tractor and feed on horse some hay. Holy grandson.
I know with drainage. You drain good enough.
Huh? That what it is?
You drain good enough.
Ain't drained good enough.
Clean it out a little bit.
All right, all this here got something to do with beaver. Beaver will build a dam up and flood your land. What the hell?
About here?
Oh, one of them out.
Oh Lord.
They ain't not aggressive at all. She going back to her thing because she thinking time to eat.
Where she is?
Right there, walking around. She finna probably come over here now because she's finna eat. She like, ooh, I got caught.
Is that wild hog?
No, my whole time.
Oh.
No. She hungry now. Oh my dang.
So now what do you do with these hogs?
Feed them, slaughter.
Oh, you're going to take them to slaughter?
Yeah, I
Okay.
process myself. I take
How many you got out there?
I just got rid of all of them. These are the last 4 that I got. Well, the last 3 that I got, and I'm finna to clear all this out because I got to fence in my land. That's our next stage is fencing in the land. We teach fencing and all that.
Now, is this for bacon or sausage
All
or
of it.
everything?
Everything. I do bacon sausage, ribs, pork chops, and I make my own sausage. Ain't nobody sausage right here better than mine. That lets you know that whole head cheese, skins, and all that.
I don't want no.
Does that require a certain type of equipment though in order to be able to process the
Mostly processing is simple. I just need a knife and a cutter. It's just a skill thing and a proper way of doing it. That's mostly the most important thing. Making sure that you do stuff the correct way. But other than that, it's still the same old school stuff.
But if you're selling to a supermarket though,
yeah, if you sell to a supermarket, I got to be certified federally, or even through the state if I'm selling within that state. But I can't. It has to be inspected. You can't just sell anything to anybody, especially someone that's going to serve it back to the community. If your facility isn't inspected.
So now, are you at that level yet?
Yes, that's why we're building now. I went through all my training. I went to White Oak Pastors down in Georgia. Stayed there for about 6 months. Got all my certification training. And I was one of the last African Americans and one of the first ones to get certified in it.
And so once you build the factory, how many people do you think you'll be able to employ?
Anywhere between 100 to 150, because that's all the way up into transportation, fabrication, shipping. Like I said, we're gonna turn it into leather, candles, soaps, whatever's left over from the fat, and we also do fertilizer. So it's going to create a multitude of jobs.
Do you have an average pay scale or average hourly rate yet?
No, we don't. That's something we're going to do based off of the rate, whatever's going on during that time. Then once we get it done, because the process to build one of these is going to take anywhere from 12 to 18 months. It's not a quick process. Because anything you're doing federally, it's so many inspections and different phases to it. And so that's why now we're starting in the next 2 weeks to begin our phase 1 part. And we weren't supposed to start in 5 years. 5 years and turned into you need to go ahead and start now because we believe in what you're doing.
You gonna build a what, Mr. Wallace?
A commercial meat processor.
Okay.
Now, what about your employees initially? Are you going to be using students from high school, college, what age group?
I'm aiming at whoever is interested. I'm mostly interested in the youth because we're in a dying career field. The average farmer right now, or even anybody in the processing age, even with commercial construction, is over the age of 60. Everybody's ready to retire and go home. So we got to find a way to get these youth involved into this because it is a money man. I'm like, it is something that can change. And one thing that we lack in our own community is being able to feed ourselves.
And so what kind of reaction are you getting from the youth that you are working with?
Great. You see, I got 14-year-olds and 16 and 17-year-olds that's been working with me. They've been with me since, some of them 18, 19 now, but they've been with me since they were 14. That's what age I try to start them off at, because in the state of Alabama, I can start you off in the agriculture at the age of 14, training other people that's in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s.
Mm-hmm. And so what, as you begin to clear the land and build the structures and everything that you got to build, are you going to be using the young people too?
I sure is. That's part of whatever training that we're doing, because all of my training is free. You don't have to pay for none of these certifications. Your heavy equipment, your CDL, your CNA, your phlebotomy, all that is free. But one thing you have to do is give back. And the way that you give back, you help us to develop our community.
Okay. How does the community feel about what you're doing?
See, that's the type of question you can't ask me like that, because I don't know how to lie.
Well, be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, be honest.
I'm not going to worry about the ones who think they're going to speak of the ones who are happy about what's going on. A lot of people are happy that this is here, because this is something that they haven't seen in their own community. Because the average person from our community that our youth consider successful or whatever, don't live here any longer. Like our doctors, our people that graduated and went to college and became what you call successful, haven't returned. And so now that they're seeing someone in their community and other people to come around, like, hey, I can actually be somebody, and I can be somebody at home. So a lot of them are happy to see something going on in their community and to see that the community is starting back to grow.
But you do have some people who are against progress or against change.
I call your good old boys and your gatekeepers. And you know, they're going to be around for a little bit longer. They don't have much long time left. But you know, some people like to stand at the gate with no fence around it. And you know, they just don't like to see someone moving forward, and not even just to see the progress. Some folks are just not happy that they're not part of that.
And when you say good old boys and gatekeepers, who are not, I want to make sure you clarify this, is not a particular race.
No, it ain't got nothing to do with race. It got something to do with the culture.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
We going, right?
I don't know. I might cross, so it's not too deep.
Let me be
I'll go for y'all. I'll take it. Look, oh, but you want to go in that water though.
Y'all ain't got the shoes. Y'all ain't got no, don't get the shoes with.
Huh?
No, hey, no.
Don't do it. I was about to do it. Hey.
Hey, now how y'all doing?
Doing all right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Sweeties up there.
That's too far back for y'all to even remember now.
Now who are you?
Ike Gibson.
And-
I came out of school and I graduated from school in 1975, high school.
And so what are you doing here today?
What sport you play?
Football. I just got through now. I'm a superstar.
So what are you doing here today?
I was a veteran. We're going to fish a little bit.
Oh, you were veterans? Okay, all right. All right.
That's what we're doing today.
Okay, all right. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I taught school for 37 years.
Oh, did you? Okay. Did you know about the group coming, the students coming today? No. Okay.
I saw the bus and I wondered what's going on.
Oh, okay.
I see that. Nice. Take a field trip down here.
Yes, sir. All right. So, hey, now how y'all doing? Good.
No, you don't need one.
So what do we have here, LaShawn?
Right now we have the Tuscaloosa VA Medical Center. They're bringing out their veterans that do some acrotherapy. But one thing is, we can't record none of the veterans, correct? Right now for HIPAA violations.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry, what is your name again?
I am Commissioner Drusilla Jackson,
For Sumter County?
Sumter County Commissioner.
And you used to be a teacher?
I'm a retired teacher from Alabama and Mississippi.
And when you went to a graduation,
2 years.
how many?
42 years.
And when you went to Stillman's graduation, one of the students pulled you
One
over?
of my former students that I taught in 12th grade pulled me over and went to telling me thank you for getting her to fill out and assisting her to fill out an application to go to trade school or to college. And I went to one of my friends' children's graduations, and I didn't even know this child was in college.
And so while,
Came up to me to thank me.
and while you were teaching, you had a habit of making all of your students apply for,
Well, when I was teaching in high school, all of my seniors had to write 3 letters to colleges, trade schools, or whatever their choice was for their career. And this child had filled out her application and had gotten her application and enrolled at Stillman College. And I didn't even know she was in college because she graduated.
what made you encourage your students to want to have a trade or to go to college?
Just a minute, just a minute, just a minute, just a minute, just a minute.
Because
Just a minute, just a minute,
was-
Miss Jackson. Hold on. Okay, go.
because
What made you
I
want to?
was
What was
a-
the question, Randy?
Why was she interested? Why does she want to encourage her students to go to college or trade school?
And this is Mrs. Jackson. You are the county commissioner in the Sumter County area, correct?
Yes.
Mother of former DA Michael Jackson. Go ahead, Miss Jackson.
Yes. I required all of the students whom I taught to fill out write at least 3 letters requesting applications to colleges or trade schools. And once they gave me they wrote their letters, I would critique them, and the children would send the letters off and mail them.
So why did you do that? What made it necessary for you to encourage the students to get it to think about a profession?
They were in high school and they were seniors. They were in the 12th grade. So they had to make a choice for life. I was a poor black child with uneducated parents. So they know, in fact, my driver's ed teacher is the one that gave me the application, my brother and I, for us to go to college. So I felt like it was my responsibility as a teacher to assist these children.
Does the school system now, or did it then have any kind of an official initiative or program to do that for all of the students, or you found it necessary that you had to do it because nobody else was doing it?
I did it because I knew the children needed it. Nobody else was doing it.
And so now in your position as county commissioner and what you see LaShawn doing, how do you feel about this operation? And
I think it's the best thing that's ever happened in Sumter County. We need to expose our children and give them the opportunity to be able to get a job in life.
anything else you'd like to say to our audience in rural Alabama, rural America, and urban America?
Just come to York and you'll see what's going on.
Just a minute, Miss. Let me get the camera. Just a minute. 5, 4.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
As I said, when LaShawn Wallace first came to our county commissioners meeting, I didn't know him from an Adams House cat. But, and even some of the other people that was at the meeting told me that I didn't know anything about it. And I told them I didn't have to know anything about it. Only thing I was looking at is the work that are his proposals. And I came down here and rode all over the place. Now, most of this in the background was trees. Now he has cleaned all of that up.
And so
When I first came here,
how long has it been since you first came?
it hadn't been a year.
And he's done all this
He's
work
done
in
all
a
of
year.
this work, yes. He sure is.
He's still working.
Yeah, he's a working little fella.
Oh, it's another young man, huh?
Yeah.
That is,
How old are you?
hold on.
Yeah, he pretty good.
Go ahead. How old are you, son?
13.
Hey, Numa.
So what do you do around here?
Right, have you been working? Just take care of the animals. To find me a key.
You like working with the animals?
Yes, sir.
Anything you want to say to other young people your age?
Try your hardest to keep pushing.
So you've learned a lot down here working on the farm down here?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us a few things that you've learned working up under Mr. Wallace?
I've learned responsibility, carefulness, and
Okay,
respect.
but thank you.
You probably, once you get through, you want to try to get you a good job.
Appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
And doing what?
Go to the boots here.
I hear you, man.
Okay, thank you.
Now I hate to do this, let me get you to repeat. Now what's next on the schedule?
All right, the next thing that's on the schedule, we're going to be going down to the Old Sumter County High School. This is a school that I personally graduated from. It's been closed down for over, how many years now? About 10?
2011.
2011, 2012. And, you know, it was used for as basically a condemned building, basically. And we're renovating the building. We have already did one half of the area, and I'm going to show them how we're utilizing abandoned buildings in our community to bring back life into the community. We have been using our students that graduated in carpentry, plumbing, electrical, and HVAC there, and we're going to use them to help continue to renovate the building. So each class will do a part of that building to bring it back. Then after that, we're going to take them over to the hospital, which is we're one of the only small rural areas with a full-service hospital. There we're going to be teaching people CNA, phlebotomy, and we're also bringing in EMT and paramedics. And these are different careers in our community that's needed because everything is always contracted out. So we're trying to find things to keep our people within. Then we're going to take them downtown to the Coleman Center. The Coleman Center is our art place. They do dance, ballet, all types of stuff, drawings, paintings. And I'm going to show them people stuff like that as well. Because some people might want to be a social influencer like this young man. Can't keep them off TikTok and everything. And she also teaches them the youth how to do stuff like that if they're going to make that out of a career.
Mm-hmm. Now, what initially got you started? Tell us what this program is all about and what inspired you to get it started?
Honestly, for me, it was a multitude of things. The first thing was COVID. Not being able to feed myself and couldn't even get stuff done in my own home had made me get into farming and agriculture and construction because I like my roof leaking, but I can't get a contractor here because I got issues going on. Not only that, I'm hungry and I can't get to no store because we don't even have a grocery store. So all of that entails into what we're trying to do here. We're trying to become sustainable. We don't want to have to keep trying to contract our way to Arkansas and to Texas and to Kentucky just to get simple things as a road built in our own community when I can simply go to the community college, provide that class, and we can do it ourselves.
How's that working out?
It's working out pretty good. You know, you're gonna always run into obstacles because some people don't see your vision. Some folks, you know, you got to put in the work and do it yourself, and you got to kind of plant the seed and let the tree grow so they can see what type of fruit it produces. So that's what we've been doing. We just keep constantly putting things out in the community, into the atmosphere, and it's just been developing over and over and over.
Ms. Jackson said a year ago, what we're looking at now was all trees.
Yes, sir. We have came and cut down everything. 125 acres we have cleared. Right now you're seeing us in our clearing process. The next phase is we're starting in the next 2 weeks. We're fit to fence in the entire 125 acres. They'll be here to start that actually tomorrow. We're going to fence in everything, and then we're going to plant our grass. And after that, we're fit to start building our USDA facilities, our houses and stuff for our cabins for Airbnb and stuff like that, and keep the agriculture and stuff moving. We're going to be moving in our cows and our horses and our hogs and chickens and vertical units and all types of things. Because if I can't grow it and I can't feed it to you, I don't want it on the land.
And training these little young guys how to do it.
Yes, sir. He's only 14 years old, and if you go to his next training with TTY, he'll be able to start training anybody else in the state of Alabama.
And what will he be trained to do?
Food safety and agriculture on how to develop land. Yes.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to say to our audience and other people that live in rural communities that have food deserts and need roads repaired and all that kind of stuff?
Yes, follow this same plan. This plan, you know, some folks believe the stories to be sold, not to be told. I'm telling it. I would rather see all my community around me start to develop and start working from within and taking care of themselves instead of having to keep waiting for a savior from somewhere else. You can be your own savior. Ain't nobody coming to save you but you. So get up off your butt, sign up and register for some of these classes, figure out how the community college in your area can service you.
So you didn't do any of this with elected officials. I see two county commissioners, but and then we have the school board, Dallas County school board superintendent is here today. But for the most part, Mr. Sampson, but I don't see a lot of politicians involved in your process.
Well, I had a couple say that they support it. But when you say support, now they'll spread the word. But I haven't, financially or anything of that nature, I haven't received anything. Everything that we've been doing has been out of our own pocket and working together. Because it's not just me. My organization is called 4Vets. It's a multitude of us. And all of us veterans have gotten together to decide to do something for our own community.
And I guess my point is you don't have to have elected officials and politicians to get something done all the time.
Yeah, I kind of believe I should have to ask for permission to help my community. Like if I got to go through you to ask for permission to help my community, I must be living in your home. And then I'm looking to move out. But I'm the type that if I know there's a need, we should be able to provide that ourselves.
Is this the headquarters behind you?
Yes, sir. This is the headquarters. This is 4 beds here. We do everything here. I help people get housing. I don't just do commercial construction. I help people with housing as well. I help with the 502 and 504 program. Right now, I probably have gotten more people certified, I mean, not certified, but approved for housing in the state of Alabama than most organizations. It's a USDA program. It's for low to low income people to help them obtain homes.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You welcome.
Is he waiting for it to come up?
In a few minutes. Mr. Sampson, real quickly, these are your students, huh?
These are all my students right here. All Dallas County students. We got Southside, got Dallas County High School, as well as Keith High School. We even brought some friends along from Selma High. So we all play the game together, looking to give kids opportunities. So whatever we can do to lift someone, we want to give them an opportunity to be lifted. So we're out here to learn some things today. Right now we're experiencing watching some veterans doing fishing therapy. Kids get an opportunity to fish before we get a chance to go up here to start interfacing with the equipment on the heavy equipment operations. Excavator, roller, skid steer, so forth and so on.
Now you're in a whole nother county. This is not a part of your job description. Why are you here with your students today?
Wherever the jobs are, that's a part of my description. So if I can coach kids and move them towards opportunities, that's my role, to be able to move them towards those opportunities. Had an opportunity to partner with Mr. LaShawn Wallace in conjunction with some of our two-year institutions, so that we can actually get kids credentialed on a lot of different programs that lead to jobs. And he's a proponent that runs this program, so we wanted an opportunity to come out and check out what he had going on.
And so what are you hoping you'll do as a result of seeing what he does today? What do you hope to do in the future?
Well, the thing that I hope to do in the future is get kids interested in a number of things. I mean, something as simple as starting a fishing team in Dallas County. So there are opportunities for fishing teams year-round where you can fish bass fish and other things that kids have interest in. So if I can tap into that small group of kids that may not have something to connect them to campus, fishing is one of those things that we just discovered that they have an interest in doing. So there's an opportunity to start a fishing team. But aside from that, on the college and career readiness component, we want to be able to expose them to how to operate heavy equipment, again, such as bulldozers, skid steers, rollers, excavators. They'll get an opportunity to see that. And it doesn't take 6 months to figure out how to operate those things. We can basically achieve that within a 4-year time frame through the partnership that we have with Wallace Community College as well as Skills USA to train. And certainly anytime I can have an opportunity to work with veterans, I want to be able to do that as a veteran myself. It's a win-win opportunity.
Anything else you'd like to say to our audience?
It's a great day to be superintendent in Dallas County. Loving every minute of it. Thank you for your support. Appreciate all that you do. I'm looking forward to great things. It's ACAP season. Students are really engaged with testing, so we just want to make sure that kids are in school, working hard and prepared to do their very best, so that our third graders can show that they're proficient, reading on grade level, and doing great, wonderful things. So excited to be superintendent.
Thank you. Dr. Jefferson.
Yes, sir.
You are a former superintendent, retired, right?
Right, retired superintendent.
Why in the world are you spending your time still helping these students?
Well, to be honest with you, I just have a passion for working with young people, just to see them just have an opportunity at a quality life. And I'm thrilled to be with these young people. They make me feel young, just to see them out and about, learn a little bit about workforce development, about how to become credentialed when it relates to these heavy machinery and CDL license and things like that. And I couldn't think of a better place to be right now than right here amongst these kids, just watching them grow.
What do you think so far with what you've seen? What's your opinion? What do you feel about what you've seen?
Well, I'm very impressed with Mr. Wallace and his layout here. This is my first time being here, but just by the show of the veterans that are here from Tuscaloosa and different places, and then our kids as well. So I know it's a busy place. It's a great place to be. So right now we're just getting ready to go and eat some lunch, and then we'll come back, and I think he's going to talk with them about the heavy equipment and so forth. He's already given them kind of a tour, a little bit of some of the things he's going to do, his vision as far as whether it be along the lines of building constructions or whether it be meat processing or what have you. And I'm looking forward to hearing a little bit more about that.
Okay, thank you.